Hey, hello, you're stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. Couple minute riff on IT and IT security. Today, looking at firewall router switch configuration. So look, you need to baseline them, right? There's a standard that says thou shalt baseline. But what does that really mean? And do you do that manually or do that automatically? What's involved with that? I've got a baseline. I've got my stuff and it's baselined because I can spell CIS, so therefore it, there's all sort of things, right? Where do you draw that line? And we've all toed the line of, well, it's aligned or it's reflective of and whatnot. But the tip for you is check out some of the new ways that you can use vulnerability scanners to do this work for you and automate the process. There's still some additional work and caveats involved, of course. So you take something like Tenable and you pull down the configs and you do it offline, you throw the configs in, you say check against CIS benchmarks, type 1, you run it through and it gives you a whole long list of pass, 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 fail, 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 pass, with some highlights of what it is. Vuln scanner, but Vuln scanner for your configuration, Vuln scanner for the settings. Now, when you look at those, you're gonna go, what? How can it say set the time to UTC and then say but enable daylight savings time? How can it say you should not allow TTY access into the console, but ding you because TTY access is not requiring a password? There's going to be some level of effort afterwards. No matter how good our tools get, we're never going to reach the point, at least I hope so, not in my career, we're never going to reach to the point where we're like, hey, I replaced a person with a tool. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to go ahead and read those results and then start classifying them as true positive, true negative, accepted risk, and dig into them, right? We get that. But it's a way to automate the process of aligning to a benchmark. It's a way to report your process to a benchmark, and it saves a lot of time. It also gives you an indication of pass or fail, so things are missing, things are getting, where on that spectrum you are. And one of the things I like to look at there is 50-60% compliant with the benchmark. That's pretty good, I would think. Am I 0? Am I 100%? What the heck? There's an error. No one is ever 100%. And that's why the term benchmark is so important, because when someone says, are you benchmarking your firewalls or routers, they're not saying, are you doing every single thing that the standard says to do? They're saying, have you looked at the standard and see what you're doing versus what everyone else is doing? You're not necessarily going to fail, at least if you've got a good penetration test or a good auditor. You're not going to fail a test for missing some of those things, right? Because no one does all of them. You will be questioned if you're not doing any of them or not doing any way of attesting that you're benchmarking. So, in sum, firewalls, switches, routers, benchmark them against the standard. Do it in an automated fashion. Look at your Vuln scanner as a possibility for doing it, and set the expectation that you're not going to do all of them, but you are going to track them over time. Report it up in a unified fashion, and recognize that a lot of it still is going to require someone to say, is this true or is this false? Is this real or is this not? And does it even matter? Does anything even matter? That's it for me. What standards do you use? How do you manage these sort of things? Hit me up in comments and social media. Take care.